fucking had a whole lot of luck.
Are you saying I'm unlucky?
I'm not saying you're unlucky. I'm saying like when, like say you're a sports player and you like wear the same pair of socks through the playoffs, or you don't shave, or whatever weird mysticism.
Oh, someone watched the Mighty Ducks episode, did he?
I did.
I see you referencing wearing the same socks over and over.
But you know, in sports, you know, and even in wrestling, like I would always dress the same way for my matches. I always had like a routine. You
mean socks first, then shoes?
No, but it just had you just have a way you do it every time. It's just like, because in sports, you know, you use that fucking superstitious nonsense to a fucking retarded degree.
Even on a predetermined fake sport like wrestling?
Exactly. Well, you know, I want to.
This is. If I don't do it this way, I will tear my Achilles or something.
Yeah. Instead of it being about winning or losing, it's always like, if I do it this way, like I've always done it, I'll never get hurt and everything will be okay.
Yeah,
so
you're ridiculous.
But like, you know, but you do it for like good things. So if you're switching your head sight left and right because of the cord thing, and it's like a superstitious thing.
No, it's not. It's not superstitious. It's that if you see the cord hangs off my right, and that's the direction the cable's supposed to go. So if it hung off my left, it would have to cross my body to go across where it's supposed to go.
Well, oddly enough, and awesomely enough, it works perfectly on this side.
Is that your left side?
That's my left side.
And when we look at each other, we're like looking in a mirror because it's on the same.
Well, I don't know about that, buddy.
I mean, headphone last. All right, relax.
Oh, listen, everyone.
Relax.
Ben Timples shaved the beard, not off, but he took off. He took off a lot of the forest.
Took off like 8 inches. We're back down to clipper settings.
You can finally see the forest through the trees, buddy.
It's nothing. There's a lot of extra chin going on.
You still can't see skin though, so it's still a good beard, but it's no longer the Ted Kaczynski in a fucking cabin in the woods for 8 months mailing bombs beard.
Has that become a dated reference at this point?
Oh my God!
Do people even know who Ted Kaczynski is anymore? Oh,
maybe that's possible. That's very, very possible. Speaking of people that
mailing bombs, what?
Or people that are very bored, have an agenda, and like to mail things. How's Bobby going?
Oh, look at you! Getting right to the meat of the matter.
I mean, what else is there to talk about, Ben?
Okay. Well, first of all, before the end of the day, I'm getting your apartment number because he's been threatening to mail you vegetables.
Bobby, there's nothing here's the thing. There's nothing I can say to dissuade him. Nothing. Literally nothing.
I think AJ is like, why would you mail him vegetables? He goes, I figure that's the thing he liked least. So, yeah. All right. For those who may only
completely in the darkness of what's going on right now.
or haven't listened to the Furlough Files this week. I guess, what was it? Last Sunday, I got a package, like an Amazon. Oh, look at you opening the cookies and eating them while I talk. I got a package, an Amazon package, and in it there was 2 boxes. One box had 40 bags of Doritos, not the big bags, but the little like snack size bags, and then another box had like 13 or 15 sleeves of cookies. Like they're like, like wrapped sleeves, like between 8 and 10 cookies in each package, I guess. Chips Ahoy, Oreos, Oreo double stuffs, and Nutter Butters.
And they're good.
Let me just say that we're down, I think, to the last 10 bags of Doritos in this house.
And I'm finishing off one of the last Chips Ahoys as we speak.
Yeah. So and they had these mystery gift tags in them. And they were from like made up names. And I don't have those tickets in front of me. Maybe I do. Wait, which one's this? This one says from Brandon and Mikey Walsh. I don't know if that was the Doritos or the cookies, but Brandon and Mikey Walsh, when you do a Google of who the fuck Brandon and Mikey Walsh is, they're the brothers in The Goonies. Sean Astin and Josh Brolin's characters. By the way, The Goonies, holy shit. Like there's some serious fucking names in that movie. I mean, the kids, some of those kids grew up to be like some pretty big Hollywood stars.
But pretty much all the child actors of that era, man. Because look at all those like Red Dawn, and you look at what movie was?
But Red Dawn, I think all those kids were like hot. Those were like the early 20s playing high schoolers, but they were all like the hot. They were already hot.
What's the movie with Stay Golden?
Oh, like Pony
The
Boy.
Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
Okay, that's one of my wife's favorite movies.
Yeah.
And talk about who's fucking. You have Tom Cruise as a kid.
But I think like Francis Coppola made that movie.
oh.
It's like a real movie.
Yeah.
Like it's like a legit movie.
I mean, it has everybody in it.
Matt Dillon.
Fucking Dillon.
What's his name? The Karate Kid's in it.
Machio.
Is Patrick Swayze in that one also? He seemed to be in all of these.
Yeah. There was a point where you didn't make a movie without calling Patrick Swayze first. Just
So
for his availability.
Yeah, but I mean, like fucking. But in the Goonies, you have one of the Hobbits. You have Thanos. You have Martha Plimpton was a big star for a long time. It's just a little, John Matuzak playing Sloth.
Oh, Sloth.
Even Joe Pantoliano is still around doing stuff.
He's like this really obscure, like real famous. Like he's that
not
guy.
Obscure.
Well, he's that guy.
You don't know the name, but every time you see him, you're like, I know that.
You
dude.
know who he is, and but if someone brings up a conversation, you just don't even think about it. You just pass right over him. You're just like, okay, I don't know who that is. But then if you were to see the screen, like, oh, from XXX such. Because he's been around forever.
Mm-hmm. I like him in Bad Boys as the police chief or their boss or whatever.
Never saw Bad Boys 3.
No, me either.
No.
I can't get it up for it. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Bad Boys 2 wasn't bad, but I just know. Like Fat Martin Lawrence is like lurking in that Bad Boys 3, and it's going to be a problem.
And it's directed by Michael Bay.
I love Michael Bay. Get out of here, man.
I still haven't forgiven him for those last 2 or 3 Transformers movies.
I think he's directing those the same way Bryan Singer was directing that Queen movie, like from his bed.
How did we get from Bobby? This is what he does. So this is what he does.
So I get this box mystery stuff. And the other, I forget the other. Oh yeah, the other tag was from the other note in it. See what happened? He fucked up. These came one way, and they had these little. I'm showing them to you.
Yeah,
it's like these little like heat printer printouts. Like it looks like on the same paper I print. I run through my label printer to print postage.
And it
labels.
looks like it's been cut up by a pair of scissors.
Yeah, it looked like someone used one of those paper cutters.
Yeah.
It's all off center and stuff. It says a gift for you and blah blah blah. And the note says you'll always be one of us from Brandon and Mikey Walsh, the Goonies. You'll always be one of us. So I'm a Goonie apparently. So these came out great because it didn't say who it's really from.
Yeah.
It just had the note and these fake names on it. So I automatically knew it was Bobby Rogers.
We all did.
Because Bobby Rogers is the only one that randomly sends people food like that. He's done it to Anthony enough times.
Yeah.
Like sent him Cracker Barrel and whatever else, or sent Nick the Dick stuff. But he was like denying it. And then Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember what day it was, I get another 2 packages in the mail. And Bobby's been busting our balls to get him on the podcast for a while. So I think this was his way to get on our radar a little bit more.
Yeah.
And to get us talking about him.
It's what he does. Literally, by the book, what he does.
Right. So we knew this was him for a multitude of reasons. And then he screwed up, though, because these came. In the first box, I open it, and it's like, it is a 5-pound Hershey's chocolate bar.
You could beat a man to death with that.
It was a 5-pound Hershey's chocolate bar, which, by the way, yesterday made a great gift for my dad on his birthday.
I was going to say, how'd that go?
I re-gifted the fuck out of that thing.
Bobby, if you thought Ben was going to eat 5 pounds of chocolate,
Oh, I did. Well, I ate plenty from the other box, but before I get to that, so I gave it to my dad, and he left, and he was just he was begging me to before I left to make sure I put the chocolate bar on the front seat of his car instead of the back seat,
where it never gets seen again.
Right, because if it went into the back seat, it would have melted. We live in Florida, so it would have melted by the next by noon today. It would have melted. So I don't know what he's going to do with it. I don't know if he's going to eat it. If he's going to regift it, this might be the thing that circles back to me in a year for my birthday.
I was going to say this thing never gets open, does it?
Right?
Never gets consumed.
But that's a whole other story. My dad's birthday. We went to his girlfriend's house, who he's marrying, and she's from, I think, Argentina, and she apparently is getting better with English, but she doesn't want to talk in front of me because she's I guess she's a little embarrassed by her English. So but my dad pulled me aside once. I was like, she usually talks a lot more. I think she's just shy in front of you. And I'm like, oh, I don't care.
She wants to make a good impression.
Yeah. So we had hot dogs and hamburgers.
Somebody wants to make a good impression on you, Ben.
I don't think anyone wants to make a good impression on me. They're listen, I showed up in what I'm wearing right now to my dad's birthday. Red basketball shorts.
It's a sight to behold, everybody.
Red basketball shorts and a Breakfast Club hoodie that I've been wearing for 3 days. Because
it's the only thing that fits.
It is literally the only thing that fits.
Good Lord.
I swore off food today, and we're gonna be. I just knew that I was going to my dad's thing and that I was gonna have to eat some cake and some fucking.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll wait till that. But I got to fit into something for his wedding on July 11th. So I have a month and a half to at least trim down to my largest pair of pants.
All Bobby hears is, oh, okay. Well, you're going to get daily fucking brownies, cookies.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
Yeah.
So the other box he sent me, which I sent you home with the rest yesterday.
Yeah.
It was full of I think there was a piece of fudge, there was some peanut brittle, there was caramel popcorn. There was another bag of caramel corn that also had chocolate drizzled on it. I ate that.
Yeah.
There were 2 bags of chocolate-covered pretzels that I ate.
Yeah.
One day, all I had...
With chocolate-covered pretzels?
Chocolate-covered pretzels and that bag of popcorn. And I felt sick the rest of the day.
So good.
I was like a kid that ate too much candy.
Chocolate-covered pretzels are, underrated, man, and how good they are.
They were, white chocolate ones,
Ooh.
and there were black chocolate ones.
Ooh,
Or
the dark
whatever,
ones?
dark,
Yeah,
just regular chocolate ones.
The Hershey's makes the best ones in the bag because it's chocolate with dark chocolate drizzle on it. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Okay. So I was I watched you walk to the mailbox yesterday. I guess you had just gotten home from work.
He did.
So then I go out on the balcony. I'm standing there waiting for you to come back home from the mailbox. And I made you come up and take the rest of it out of my house.
I'm walking by. I'm just looking at my mail. And
your pregnant wife needs to eat the rest of this. I'm done with this.
And it's Friday. I'm home from work. I got the mail and I can't wait. I can't wait to smoke that first bowl. And I hear, psst.
I'm seeing you like a cat.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? And at first I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's Ben. And you're just leaned against your balcony. Like, hey pal, what's going on? Yeah. And then, I ate those fudge covered. I don't know what they were, what kind of nuts they were.
What the bag that had the weird shaped thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
They were so fucking good.
Oh, really?
They had sea salt in them.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them. You're
oh
welcome.
my God. I'm sitting there, I'm eating them and I'm like, I was done with them halfway through the bag. I don't want to eat them anymore, but they were so good. And I'm like, man, and I was justifying finishing the bag because it was well, you could save them, but they're right here, right now kind of thing.
No, anything like that. Once you open a package of something,
you gotta
especially
finish
that,
it. Yeah,
because otherwise, the only other option is the bag's open. It's like a cellophane bag.
Yeah.
So either you have to now find a new container to put it in, which is so much work, or you just finish them.
Yeah,
So. Anyways, those 2 things. By the way, the Hershey's bar came in with an ice pack in it. It came in that insulated cooler kind of thing, and
well packed,
and with ice in it. because it is a chocolate bar. But I guess Amazon or he screwed up because these came on full pieces of paper with the invoice, and if you see right here in big fucking letters, it says a gift from Michael Rapuano, which is Bobby Rogers' real name.
Oh shit!
No, I mean he uses it on Facebook. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. There was a time where knowing Bobby's real name, you were in a very exclusive club.
Right. So each of those came with a thing. So he did the same thing where he wrote a clever note going, "You're our true Lord and Savior" from Bruce Nolan and Evan Baxter, which is, I guess, Evan Almighty.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, "Dearest Ben, thanks for the advice. Otho is doing great. Can't wait to see you at Adam and Barbara Maitland's party from Lydia Dietz."
100%. The second I got halfway through it, I was like, "Oh, Beetlejuice."
Well, as soon as I saw Otho, I knew Beetlejuice. But Lydia Dietz kind of gave the rest of it away. So they both say a gift from Michael Rapuano, but then he has the goofy thing. So someone screwed up and put his name in the notes. So I knew it was him.
Thank you, lazy Packers.
So I don't know if it was them or he didn't say to keep it anonymous or whatever. I don't know. I think you can click that to be anonymous or something. I don't know, but he so I sent him the photos of this, proving that with his name all over it, and he's like, "No, that wasn't me. That was Anthony. He's trying to frame me." Still fucking around. So then, to further harass me, he sent me I got a text yesterday. It says I've been entered into the Dessert of the Month Club, and it broke down what I'd get each week. 1 week was donuts, 1 week was fudge, 1 week it was a cake, etc., etc.
Like, dude, if you get a basket full of cannolis, we need Bobby, come on, man.
No. You get the vegetables.
Oh, I get the veggies.
Remember, you're gonna get frozen peas or something. Lima beans or something. You don't like okra.
Yeah, it'll never be like broccoli. It'll be like okra. Ooh.
I like fried okra.
You do? Yeah.
So
I can't stand it.
So he I send him a screenshot of the text, and he's like, first again he says, because in the text it says, "Congratulations, Anthony Jeanette has sent you." Janetti has sent you he's trying to still frame Anthony for it. And he finally says, "Oh, that's a fake text anyways. Don't worry. You're not getting desserts every week." So I Googled the number that the text, if you were to reply to it or something, was from. Did I tell you what it was?
Wasn't it male escorts?
It was a Kentucky male escort service.
Kentucky male escorts, which
I think
the
it was
visual.
I think it was Kentucky.
That visual alone, man, killed me. It killed me.
I don't know where he lives. Maybe he does live up in that area.
I think he lives in Tennessee, North Carolina, somewhere like that. Virginia, I don't know, somewhere around there.
I didn't know if that number was one he had been using.
Maybe he lives in Kentucky.
Ordering up male escorts, or if he actually just looked up a funny number. And then,
Bobby is everywhere and nowhere at once.
Yeah. So, by the way, breaking news. We had him on the Furlough Files.
Yeah,
You need to listen to it.
I usually listen to the Furlough Files the first hour of my day at my desk, but yesterday I was so busy I didn't have the opportunity.
There's some good stuff in it, but he has agreed to fly down to manage Anthony for his match with Billy Fives.
Oh my God.
Look at you.
Oh my God. Bobby. See,
and now I'm thinking that this is a perfect opportunity to recreate the time Billy almost killed Bobby and left him in a pool of his own blood.
This is
a giant pool of his own blood.
This let me tell you something. This AJ fucking Billy thing.
AJ's talked shit again.
What? Jesus Christ.
Saying how he's going to beat Billy and get revenge for Bobby Rogers.
This is all such a work. It's such a work.
Well, I would say that, except that Anthony has to show up for this thing, and he's in as bad a shape as I am.
I no. I've seen the food pics. Okay, yeah. We were all in the same thread. I gave up publicly saying anything, but privately, I'm just like, what are you doing, man? Billy is gonna eat you for fucking breakfast.
Yeah.
and then he's going to be mad how easy breakfast was to eat, and then he's going to eat you for lunch. Okay? Probably in the span of 10 minutes. And then Bobby, oh my God. All right. Billy, this is either a work or two people are going to die.
Yeah.
One just by proximity. This is where Bobby thrives, man. They got it going, and he hasn't had the outlet, and now we have given Bobby Rogers an outlet, a creative outlet. We are all to blame.
Well, see, I'm in the catbird seat for this one because two or three things here. First thing is that I've been getting free food out of this already.
No, you're coming up Millhouse, man.
I've been getting free food. It's not the kind of food I would like. I mean, I would rather get a warm cooked meal from like
he's never going to send you that.
From like the local pizza place or Wingstop or something.
Look at Ben.
But
we all know what you're doing.
As opposed to bags of fucking Doritos and whatever.
At least make them Cool Ranch.
Yeah, I don't know if that would make it any better.
For me, it would.
But all this chocolate can't be happening anymore.
Especially good chocolate.
Two,
he's not cheaping out on you.
Two, he's going to be on our podcast on a more regular basis because why not?
Oh no, Bob!
Listen, just like Billy, any guest we have on this thing adds some flavoring to our rather bland brand here.
Nobody has better stories than Bobby Rogers.
Bobby and Billy have some pretty good stories, and when I'm going to work on getting Earl on because we need some football stories, some 10-year grizzled, bitter veteran stories.
I put my hands on Tom Brady legally stories.
Yeah. Let me tell you about Coach Philbin.
For the locals, you'll love that portion of the podcast.
Yeah, maybe the worst coach we ever had here in Miami.
I don't know. We did have Mr. 3 points.
It's Tony Sparano. I liked him though. I liked him as a person. I did like.
Yeah. Oh no, he was cool. It's just I've never seen someone so happy.
And Sparano never took the team to a 1-win season.
This is true.
That was a Philbin. That was a Philbin deal. So yeah. So and then the benefit of having Bobby on is that he and I don't have the same like history that you do with him and that AJ does. So when there's stories to be told, embarrassing stories to be told, very few of them are going to be about me as it will be about you. And more importantly, Anthony. Anthony already was like yelling at me to delete things and bleep things from the last episode.
It's
so I'm all in for this. Well, he'll be a regular contributor, I think. As long as he answers the phone.
I'm just gonna say this one time.
Yeah.
I have zero interest,
mm-hmm.
and I will not be involved in the tomfoolery that goes on during that match, that show, or anything to do with the wrestling business.
No. I'm going to be on the other side of the... They're like...
I'm going to be Batman. You know I'm there.
Billy and AJ were both talking about me being involved with this. I'm like, no. I'm going to be on the other side of that barrier.
No. I'm going to enjoy it from the rear wall of the building, leaning against it with an alcoholic beverage in hand. High as shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. Don't get me involved. I'm not going to be involved because I know where this is going. I know where this is going since day one.
Yeah.
So no. Ben and I will make a few dollars writing down notes for the podcast the next day.
Yeah. Make a few dollars?
Well, because that'll be entertaining. Well, at least for the first time ever, do homework before we turn this fucking thing on.
I think we do homework sometimes.
Like this week was easy. Bobby, you know what? If anything else, you've made this podcast a lot easier because your involvement in it.
Yeah, so...
you're better off doing one of those like one-on-ones with him. Because you could do that. You can just call in. You and him could go on for fucking hours. You don't need me. You don't need AJ.
I think it's better. I think it's better.
No. You could have I want Bobby on. Obviously, I want Bobby on the podcast because we got to talk about LA. That'll be a fantastic podcast.
He was asking who was the one that went to buy the weed. Was it you or Agony?
It was me. It was me and Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Aaron wanted to, but he was too shy to talk to anybody, and I was like, well, I want to be high too, so fuck it, I'll take lead. And then the two of us and our misadventures into fucking downtown LA.
Well, what's funny is I had Bobby on, and then afterwards, he mentioned something, and I went to go look it up on the computer, and some of Bobby's history came up on the internet, and there were two stories I need him to talk about. One is him trying to sell a kidney on the internet.
Oh, you didn't know that was Bobby?
I didn't. I might have at one point, but didn't either retain that information or didn't put two and two together. But
he's the reason why you can't sell organs on eBay.
Yeah, he apparently he auctioned his kidney off on eBay. So I need to hear the details of that story. And then apparently, I also kind of sort of knew this. But you kind of just forget things over the years until you read them again in print somewhere. But apparently he had proposed to Paul Heyman to do a match where the loser gets their pinky cut off.
Yep.
And Paul Heyman turned him down and told him that he's sick in the head or something like that.
He wanted to when that one fell through, he wanted to I don't know if Funk had agreed to it. But I think he wanted to do Terry and him in Japan somewhere and do it over there. He really wanted to do this. This was like a thing. But yeah.
Pinky, I don't think he realizes, when you look at your hand, you think the pinky's the least important, but it's like the third most important finger.
No, he told me that he trained himself not to use his left pinky to see if he could do it. And when he realized, I don't need this finger.
Well, if
at
he's
all.
right-handed, you're already ahead of the game. I hope he wasn't trying to cut the pinky off of his
dominant hand. Yeah.
No, but it's like when you grab something like a cup, it's most of the squeeze is from your pinky, and then the bottom, the next finger down.
But he apparently spent time in a lot of. I mean, it's been years since he told me the story. But the eBay thing, oh my god. I mean, it's Bobby, and as we have him more on the podcast, and you guys get to experience him more and more, you'll understand. But he'll just be like, hey dummy, you want to hear a thing? And then, at the end of the thing, you're like, Bobby, anyone else told me that, I wouldn't believe them.
Yeah.
Anyone else said those words, I'd be like, you're full of shit. But it's you, so I know what happened.
It was funny that he was talking about the Davy Rodeo. We brought that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a gazillion things that he could.
Oh man, there's stories
that
for days about the rodeo shows.
But Anthony was like, "Did they really hold you up for money?" And he's like, "Yeah, but they all, or at least three of them, or maybe all four, had already had working relationships with him from the past. So they had agreed to do it and worry about how much extra they got after. They didn't refuse to go out until he gave them more money.
Yeah,
it was like, we want more money. We know you're good for it. We'll go out and do the match, and then we'll discuss the money afterwards.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they held up the show.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
Which
there's a big distinction between the two.
A huge distinction between the two. Yeah. And so also, was it you? I think it was you. Was it you he sent to get money out of the safe or something?
Oh God, was it me?
At one time, it might not have been for that, but I think he. I don't remember if he said it was you that said there must be $50,000 in that safe, and he said, "I hope not. There should be $120,000."
Yeah, it was like one of the first times that we hung out, and he's like, "No, not actually." He lived in a house by here. He's like, "Hey, dummy, look in the safe. Tell me his money's in there." And I'm like, "Oh, it looks like $50,000." Yeah, it's like that whole thing happened. But yeah, that's oh my God, fucking when it comes to Bobby and stories. Like Jesus Christ, man! You can have a separate podcast with the guy.
Yeah,
he's good, and he's it's. We're just going to get a lot of weird shit in the mail for a long time. That's all.
I'm gonna make sure you get your vegetables.
Oh my God, Bobby! Please at least send me something I can eat. That's gonna be consumed.
It's gonna be.
I'm not taking it into a food bank. I'm not taking that extra step. I'm just not doing it.
It's gonna be Lima Bean of the Week club.
How many different variations? No. What? Fuck it. No. Because I'm gonna find that answer
How
out
many
the hard
different
way.
variations? We're gonna find out. Week 3. Week 4.
So AJ's gonna die. We've made a new best friend in Bobby Rogers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a hell of a week, man.
What else you got?
Oh my god, I've been working. Like
I heard you've got a baby shower coming up.
do have a baby shower coming up.
See, I and you said like you should come, and I'm like,
Well, I remember her when we were going over the list. She goes, "Well, I guess Ben and Huss," and I do believe I said, "Well, 50-50 on Ben." And she's like, "Well, why wouldn't he come?" I'm like, "It's just not Ben's thing. I wouldn't hold it against him. I would totally wouldn't hold it against him."
listen, like, don't be offended that someone doesn't come to your baby shower.
No, I'm not offended at all.
It's literally a gift grab opportunity.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
If-
And I'm like, listen, I haven't even met your kid. I don't know if they deserve a gift. They might be a dick.
I'm gonna be
AJ's kids. Are
I'm gonna
dicks.
be her.
I would never buy AJ's kids a gift.
I'm gonna
ever.
be her father. She deserves a little bit of sympathy and support.
Yeah, well, that's true. But here was my thing. I was like, yes, there might be some free food, but 2, I was like, if this is like a big to do with a bunch of people, it's just, I don't know. I'm just not into the lots of people thing anymore.
Like, here's the thing. I'm content with just having everyone come around and just hang out and just whatever. Like, everybody can come through, spend 5-10 minutes. Doesn't have to be a big deal.
It's almost like this should just be like almost like that procession line.
Yeah.
Like you and your wife are sitting there in a couple of chairs. They come by, they put their gift on the table next to you. They shake both your hands. They congratulate you, wish you well, grab a hot dog on the way the fuck out, and leave.
I'm perfectly fine with that, and I think a lot of people would be okay with that as well. But I have a feeling that when that day comes, my responsibilities other than existing are going to be far too much. I'm just not. I don't, because I think my sister-in-law wants to she's got all these ideas for games and all this stuff, and I'm just like,
well, whose thing is it? Isn't it yours and your wife's?
Well, it's my wife's.
All right, so
I was.
So tell your sister-in-law to go kick fucking rocks.
No, I want her involved in this stuff. I want her involved in this stuff because otherwise we're not doing fuck all. I'll get some food. We'll put on some music. There's a pool. Just come and have.
What is it supposed to be?
I don't.
What is a
know
baby shower?
Dude, I should have no say in this.
I thought a baby shower was more like just, or am I thinking like? I thought that was just like the women get together and do that.
I
shit.
think traditionally it was.
Well, then I'm definitely not fucking going to this.
But I'm not.
Pretend I'm a traditionalist.
But I'm just like, hey, if you want to come to the baby shower and say hi, come by. I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. I'm just.
It's not because traditions look, man. When my dad passed, a lot of traditions for me are just yeah, whatever. Bro, I still am not there for Christmas anymore. So there's a lot of stuff that this kid is going to it's going to be me getting back on the horse with stuff because I want her to experience all these traditions.
Yeah, but you have your own family now.
Well, yeah,
so you could do it your way now.
Yes, and the wife and I will do it the way that we, that we're comfortable doing it. But prior to this child, I'd give a fuck less if I ever celebrated another thing ever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I
don't even celebrate my own birthday.
Well,
I'm just
we go out to dinner or something. I don't know. Did we? I don't even know anymore.
Mine?
Did we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I didn't do shit on my birthday
because I don't even tell anybody. You know. So until someone is on Facebook that day and realizes it.
Oh yeah.
And then by then it's
the obligatory birthday fucking
Jesus Christ
birthday avalanche you get every year.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't spoken for you 364 days. Happy birthday.
It is the singular event for every person on Facebook and me every year to decide whether we remain friends. Because I look every day, I look and see whose birthday it is. And I go, all right, today you're getting unfriended. Because today is the day I realized that we're still friends. And I don't want to be anymore. Or I wish you a happy birthday. It's one or the other. There's very few people where it's like, I don't want to wish you a happy birthday, but I'm not deleting you yet. You're just like on that. There's like that weird, like little razor thin line for a few people.
And I'm not shitting on people that love celebrating that stuff, because I know a lot of people really enjoy that, and that's good on you, man. I just, like I said, when my dad died, I was just like, yep, I'm over all this shit. And now that I have a kid, it's going to be getting back on that horse in the way that we want to introduce this all to her. But man, it's going to be
I don't know, man. I just can't. I can't imagine that I'm going to have a blast at your baby shower.
You don't have to go. You're not obligated.
I'm just fucking with you. I mean, I'm probably not going. But
it's fine. I offered free food, everybody, and Ben was like, "Yeah, okay, cool. Probably not going." So
when you guys,
I did the best I could.
When you guys have decided on the menu for the event.
Oh, okay. So I'll update you once we've got catering.
Fax it over. And
that's another thing. We talked about this once very early on, then it never got brought up again. I believe my mother at Flashback Diner brought it up, and then I was hoping my wife's reaction was, well, we're already too late in the process. We don't want to do it. But my wife's reaction is like, oh, yeah, we should totally do it. And I went, there goes $1,000.
Why does it cost so much?
It's not going to cost that much. Actually, it'll be whatever the catering is plus
catering, man. Just get a couple of those Publix platters.
Oh, like the sandwich platters.
Sandwich, wings, maybe one of those vegetable dip ones. I think you'll be well under your $1,000 budget.
Well, the first thing Natalia says was, what about Mission Barbecue? And I'm like, oh, gee, I'm just counting. It's just like the wedding all over again. Like, oh, yeah, $65 a head, sure.
The wedding all over again. Jesus. Still the best part of your wedding was when we were getting out and the neighboring, like in that venue, there's like multiple halls.
Oh, that's right.
That's the Indian wedding let out. And it was like 10 times the size. So like this flood of like Indians come like basically singing and dancing out. Like you were immediately in a Bollywood thing.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was crazy.
Just a stream of people. All in the brightly colored things. And it was so
I remember we were leaving. I'm like, there's a lot of Indian people around here. I'm like, and it looked like a big wedding. We were, oh God, we were in a completely different plane of existence at that point.
The two things I remember at your wedding was that and three things. Blake doing the wrestling announcing for after he buried you.
Loved it.
And new. Yeah. What was Drew?
Didn't Drew want to tell a story or get up for the?
I don't remember. I just remember when we all
because
we all climbed up behind you when they started playing the Bon Jovi song.
Oh my God, that's right.
It was like Earl and Drew and me and everyone except AJ who no-showed your wedding.
Oh shit! Totally forgot about that.
We're all standing behind you and Natalia singing.
Living in a prayer.
I think so.
I think living on a prayer, yeah.
Halfway there, yeah. Yeah, I think there's some video out there somewhere. I was going to leave it silent while you eat your fucking cookie during the podcast.
That was the last one.
Although in fairness, I did have that donut last week. I was half hoping you'd bring more donuts with you.
No, I had Publix donuts yesterday, but I literally ate them all by the end of the day. I ate a whole half dozen Publix donuts pretty much sporadically throughout the day.
Why don't you just say I ate 6? Why is it a whole half dozen?
Well, because it's easier. I don't know.
How is that easier? A whole half dozen.
Half dozen donuts.
You understand that most people have to stop and think for a brief second when you say that?
Well, most people are stupid.
Like a whole half dozen.
Listen, man. If you have to stop and do the math when I say half dozen, chances are you and I probably shouldn't be in the same room to begin with.
Well, no, people don't talk in like we talk in numbers, not like fractions of concepts of whatever.
I think most people know the difference between a dozen, half dozen. I think if you say, "Hey, I got a half dozen of something," people go, "Oh, okay, it's about 6. Okay, cool." Sometimes,
yeah, but so many more letters, and it's like an extra word.
I don't know what I can do for you here, Ben.
I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, what else, man? I'm relying on you for the good stories this week. I didn't go do anything.
That's not true. You went to your balcony at least once.
I went to my balcony and my dad's last night, or my dad's girlfriend.
No, it was a lot of work this week, man. I don't.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, really, I nothing really crazy kind of happened. Yeah, I got nothing really for you. This week was very. This week went by real fast. It really did.
Not for me, man. I sit there staring at my AMC stock, kicking it, going, "Do something."
We get back. So we're gonna we have to figure out. Do we want to do it next week? Talk about LA. Hit up Bobby.
Yeah, we'll hit him. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to randomly call him now because
No. But I can't imagine a reason where he wouldn't be available at fucking 10 in the morning.
I don't know. When I tried to set it up for the Furlough Files, he was like, "Well, if you," I said, "I think we're going to do it 5." He's like, "All right. Well, I have to go get my prescription filled at like 6:30, so I can't do it then." So he's doing things, they may not be important things, but
I can't do it. I have busy work.
but they're important to him.
All right. Well, hey, man. Welcome to the family.
All right. Well, let's call this a day because.
Have we talked long enough?
Well, I mean, it's all relative. What do
Yeah.
you? There's no like. Listen,
I don't know.
If we'd only gone 20 minutes, we'd have gone 20 minutes. I mean,
I know, and I do mean to keep these a little bit shorter because I feel like the Furlough Files have a better, like you guys are in and out in like 30, 40 minutes.
Sometimes they go longer.
If
We start talking, if he starts shit talking Billy, I like to let him go.
just digging that hole, man.
Yep.
Just digging that hole. You're almost gonna get the Superman.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. Well, shit, man. Everybody have a good weekend. Like, share, subscribe, buy our shit.
Yeah, don't even bother.
I don't know.
Nobody listens. Nobody does that.
Maybe comment on one of the YouTube videos or the Facebook page. Say something. Bring something up. Something you want to talk about on the podcast. Fuck it. Give us a subject. That would be great. The least work we can do.
Right. If we could do any less work,
Just do our job for us.
I would just upload blank dead air. I should upload dead air and see if we get the same number of downloads.
We probably would. You know what? And people would probably listen longer because it'll just be see how long. Could we ever track how long it takes before people realize what they're listening to?
I feel like I feel like we just gotta start doing gimmicks. I think next week, I'm just gonna play Four Non-Blondes on a loop, like that the Masters of the Universe meme. Yeah, it goes on for 9 hours. I'll just play the audio to that really low during the whole podcast. And see how that goes.
These are all fantastic.
See if that
ideas.
just throws us off, or if we, yeah.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Okay, bye.